The problem with the music industry. Okay, number one, I would say the first problem with the music industry is that they're not allowing artists to develop. They're usually looking for artists who are already developed. Like, for example, they're only choosing artists who have at least 80K subscribers on any platform. You already got to come in the game with at least 80,000 followers in order for a record label to sign you. Number two, the reason why the artists right now aren't like really sticking, whereas the artists in like the 2010s, not the 2010s, but the artists in the early 2000s and the artists in the 90s, they had more of a lasting impact, is because like music records and labels will actually like invest money into these artists. These days they don't really invest money into the artists. Like I said, they're looking for artists who already have at least 80K followers or subscribers on any platform. And nowadays, as an artist, you gotta be able to write, sing, produce. You gotta have all the skills. Whereas back then, I'm gonna use Nicki for example. Nicki Minaj, she came into Cash Money, and Cash Money, you had Mannie Fresh, you had all these magnificent producers. You had a system where you could just fall into and perfectly fit in. That's why I feel like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B was like the last generation of like you falling into a system. I feel like Cardi B, she most definitely got a system behind her. She got like a machine behind her. She got people that write songs for her. She got people that produce music for her. She got people that teach her how to dance. You got people that teach her how to dress. She got an entire system behind her that teaches her how to be, I guess, an artist. Whereas most artists today don't have that. They don't have an entire machine behind them that's keeping them afloat. Whereas Cardi B has an entire machine behind her. So that's just my honest opinion on like the music industry and how they're basically just making it harder for artists to develop and harder for them to fall into systems. And I'm not gonna say like Cash Money was like the last great system we've seen, because there are systems out there that you could fall in, record labels. I feel like Yo Gotti has a pretty good system. He had who did Yo Gotti sign? He signed, I believe, Young Dolph at a point in time. No, he signed somebody. Who did Yo Gotti? I'm gonna look it up right now. Yo Gotti signed. Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster, Block Boy JB, and Mosey, Glorilla. Okay, he signed some. And I feel like J. Cole has a pretty good system with Dreamville. And who else? PG Lane or TDE. I feel like they have a pretty good system. But it's not as good as Dreamville, and it's not as good as Yo Gotti's system. I feel like Yo Gotti's system, Dreamville system, and Cash Money. I feel like Cash Money had the best system out of all the systems. Because Drake, Nicki, Lil Wayne are still, in my honest opinion, they still in your top 10 best rappers of all time. Not of all time, but like just popping rappers in general. They're still in the top 10. They're not like number 1, 2, and 3 like they used to be, but they still in like the top 10, I would say. Near the bottom, Drake's still in the top 5 of most popular rappers currently. And I would say Nicki, in terms of female rappers, she's somewhere like number 2 or number 1. And Lil Wayne is still in the top 10 when it comes to men rappers. He's probably number 8. Yeah. But yeah, that's just my honest opinion currently. All I had to say.